Hello. Yo.
How you doing, sir? I saw the missed call, but it was a private number.
Oh, sorry, mate. Yeah, I put it because no one wants to answer me, so I
Yeah,
hit the number so that I get a chance of getting through to people.
nah, that's understandable. Baron, so I did have a conversation with your guardian, the
Mm.
guardianship that you with. So, what it will look like, I will have to submit the paperwork to them,
Yeah.
and it is open for either approval or disapproval.
Yeah.
And what I can do is just keep you in the loop. So I'm gonna do that.
Yep.
In saying that, look, just in that time being, like I saw the emails, I was reading the emails. Definitely just stay with your current provider with the supports they're providing for now.
Yep.
Once I get the approval and once we're ready to take you on, like whether they kick you out or not, we'll just take you to one of our homes, okay?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I do feel
Yeah.
vulnerable because they've done this before again and again. They say I'm a problem and then they gang up on me and make me homeless.
Yeah, we definitely don't want that. So I would encourage you to stay, even
Yeah.
continue with the same supports for now. Look, we have the paperwork signed. I'm going to send it through.
Yeah.
And I'll keep you in the loop. Look, I did have a chat with them. They seemed really nice, the guardianship. And
Well, they would appear like that because they like to appear like they're loving and caring and butter doesn't melt in their mouth. Of course they seem nice to you. They're abusing me and they don't want you to take notice of that.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you, Baron.
They're not nice people, so no matter how nice they sound, they are not nice. They're malicious and cruel, and I'm impoverished.
Yeah. Yeah.
So even if you said, even if they were the nicest, even if they were as dainty as the royalty, it doesn't change the fact that they're targeting me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
Baron, I hear you. I absolutely hear you. And I'm for you in this. Like, I know trust is built, but man, I am for you in this. So definitely stay for the time being.
Yeah,
And I'll submit the paperwork tonight.
yeah,
But tonight it is going to be closed, just open transparency. But
that's all right.
I'll keep in the loop, right? I'll send messages here and there just throughout the weeks and keep you posted on their response, okay? Because, you being you're the priority in this, you know what I mean? So,
Well, one would think that the priority that I have is to stop me, silence me, and cause me harm. That's the priority for me. But it's horrible. But I will take the advice. I've got no other option. I'm trapped. This is entrapment. Like I'm trapped. I haven't got an option to move with you because they're saying yes or no.
yeah, look, they did, it did come across that way. And unfortunately, I do have to agree with you. There is little to no option. You would need to stay with them, because there is things in place like guardianship. They hold the right to say yes to or no to providers, So,
Well, if one accepts that, one also accepts that choice and control with the NDIS is null and void. I don't have choice and control. What you're admitting to there is that the rules of the NDIS, the ethics that underpin it, choice and control, do not exist for me. And this is a state agency, and the NDIA is national. So you're getting a state service controlling me in breach of the ethics of a national service. And if you agree that they've got total control and accept that I've got no rights, you're actually aligning with their perpetration of me,
No, I wouldn't say I'm aligning with them, but I do understand there is a look for you to come under our services. Unfortunately, look, I just met you. Unfortunately,
Yeah, that's right.
It is through the guardianship,
Yeah.
And,
Did you talk to Brett at all and just confirm that I'm not going to be kicked out or anything?
no, so from what I read on the email, I think you saying to them that you want to stay is enough.
Yeah, okay.
Just look, like, not to give you bad advice, but yeah, definitely stay with them. Continue to be in good relationships with Brett. They have provided accommodation. Look, I need to go through guardianship, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's just the things that are in place.
Yeah. I understand you're in a hard spot now and you can't accept me as a client without getting their approval. But I mean, the inversion and the ridiculousness of it is that they're it's their obligation to house me and take care of my finances and my legal, all this kind of stuff. And the inversion is I'm entrapped in a place that I've been threatened to be evicted by the same people who are attempting to care for me. Yeah. So other times when this has happened, somehow someone manipulates an NDIS plan so I can get a car, and then they threaten hospital, police, whatever, and I have to get in the car and get the fuck out, you know? And this is a deliberate and malicious political targeting. It's systemic, it's bureaucratic, it's financial, and all of the people in all of these agencies accept a wage, which is dirty black budget government money, to feign care but still act to impoverish me and attempt to silence me. So that's the inversion of the situation. So, you know, I'm frightened because my testimony's gone out there nationally and internationally now, and I expected the mental health people on my doorstep the other day, which I filmed them and published it because I wanted to expose what they're doing. And I don't know whether who's going to rock up on the door. Someone to kill me, someone to interview me, someone to record me, or someone to put me in hospital, or someone to arrest me. I really don't know, you know. And it's frightening for me because, you know, I'm harassed the entire time I'm in here with technology that I could explain to you, but you wouldn't even believe exists. So it's literally an entrapment mechanism to silence a whistleblower. And they've blocked my legal aid, blocked my money, blocked my very humanity, and in accepting their black budget money wages to do this to me, they're betraying their own humanity. And I'm a spiritual person, I'm a human being of worth in God's eyes. I shouldn't have to fight and plead and beg just for the barest of necessities that everyone else in society has. But this is how it works. And it's not only cruel and malicious, it's illegal, it's unethical, and you would think that anyone caring for me would be under mandated obligation to point it out, but they're not, because they're all paid by the same blood money to harm me, you know? And this is how corruption works. No one in the whole entire story is willing to critique what's being done to me because, let's be honest, they think I'm crazy and of no significance, but I've proven my significance internationally. And I'm a doctor, and I've got the facts and the evidence and published it online. I'm unable to be denied, and it's so watertight, my evidence, not a single person will even acknowledge the existence of it. It's an absurd situation, you know?
Yeah, it is.
So it's frightening for me. I've been violently attacked 3 times, run over by a car another time, forced into political exile. Like, any professional in the entire country who looks the other way as this has happened to me and doesn't acknowledge my UNHCR international asylum claim or my political exile, or the fact that I have nothing really to eat this weekend, is automatically implicated, you know? Like, I can't believe this is happening to me. Anyway, well, look, I'll just stay here for the time being. The reason I left Victoria was the exact same principle in theory. I had to leave Victoria because the cops and the magistrate and the courts were opposed to me. And they were going to lock me away. And now I feel so entrapped here that if I had a car, I would get in it, turn my location off on my phone, and head to the fucking border to get out of the jurisdiction of the New South Wales government. But I'm trapped. I can't get away. I'm unable to leave. And they've made sure of that. And they've made sure I can't access the money. I mean, I've gone for a no interest loan just so I've got some autonomy and a little cheap car to run around in, and they blocked that. They blocked me going for a loan with a Christian organisation, and the churches as Christian organisations all accept this ruling by the government, which itself is not spiritual, it's just a corrupt bureaucracy, you know?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But I'll just stay here. As long as we've got, now we've got a professional relationship, like I've signed the documents. If something was to happen to me and I ring you up, you could at least know about the situation and form a professional alliance, you know?
Absolutely. And look, I'll do my part, and I'll keep you posted on what they say, the decision they make.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go from there, okay? But look,
I already know the decision. They're going to reject you, and they're going to ban you from helping me, and then you, by nature of that ruling, will accept that that's okay, and then I'll be back to where I started, and it's going to be sad because every NGOS provider is under obligation to report abuse, neglect, poverty, surveillance, torture, all this kind of stuff. But if you accepted that you couldn't help me, then I'm back trapped again here in an entrapment policy, you know?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, it's very difficult for me, you know? And I'm just trying to live my life. If I'm trying to meet someone, if they come over, do I have to tell them at the door, I'm sorry if you come in here and talk out loud, you might be under surveillance. And you know, like, how do I even have a normal life with just meeting someone, whether it be for love or a date or anything else, you know? How do I even phrase that whole story, you know?
Yeah, I hear you, Baron.
Anyway.
No,
But
sure.
But thanks for coming over. I know you said that I have worth and I'm valued, but
It is
I haven't seen any evidence of that, to be fair. But well, let's keep in touch, and if there's any updates, let us know. But until then, I'll just have to stay here, and you know, my only thing that's getting me through this is my faith in God, because with a critical examination of all the documentations I have over 30 years, and the fact that I was dead once, and survived an assassination attempt, I shouldn't even be here. So someone's got my back, and it's definitely not the NGOS, and it's definitely not an NGOS provider or the government or anyone in politics or the media. Something else has my back. That's why I know I'm protected, even though it's difficult and very pained, you know?
Yeah, I hear you.
So anyway, when they picked a fight with me, they picked a fight with who has my back, and God does, you know? So you might think that's delusional, but bear with me.
Look, I'm a very much a practicing born-again Christian.
Yep.
You know? And it's definitely a conversation we can chat more about in the future, you know, especially when it comes to the faith, you know?
Yeah, well, faith is all well and good, but faith without action is just a fantasy, you know? Faith without action is just a fantasy. It's wallpaper. It's enough. It's meaningless, you know? Faith rooted in actual physical action that helps another vulnerable, faithful person. That's where the value is, you know? So, yeah. Anyway, well,
For the chat, we'll keep in touch, okay?
okay. No worries. Thanks a lot, mate. See ya.
Cheers.
Bye.